All right, let's jump straight into this explainer. We're breaking down defending champion Argentina's absolutely commanding 3-0 start to their 2026 FIFA World Cup title defense against Algeria in Group J. Now, the entire world had their eyes glued to this one, right? Everyone was waiting to see exactly how the reigning kings of football would look stepping out onto the pitch in Kansas City. Because look, when you're the defending champs, literally every single team you face treats their match against you like it's a cup final. There's zero room for a slow start. And well, Argentina? They understood that assignment perfectly right from the opening whistle.
So the massive question hovering over this match was, can a 38-year-old Lionel Messi still perform at the absolute highest level of international football? Which, is a totally fair question to ask. But heading into this tournament, there were widespread reports that Messi had completely optimized his training regimen. He'd been working meticulously with sports science specialists to make sure his burst of acceleration stayed as lethal as ever, despite his age. And wow, did he prove that preparation paid off. This wasn't just some veteran trying to manage his minutes. Nope. This was a player actively bending the rhythm of a World Cup match to his absolute will, showing us exactly why his name is constantly at the center of the greatest of all time debate.
Moving on to Section 1, the title defense begins. Now, Algeria actually thought they had a dream start here. They found the back of the net early on, sending this massive momentary shockwave right through the stadium. But after that goal was ruled out for offside, how did Argentina react? Well, definitely not with panic. Actually, scratch that. It's more like that scare gave them the exact wake-up call they needed. They settled right into this incredibly calm, rhythmic possession. They just patiently moved the ball around, prodding and searching for openings in what was, honestly, a very compact Algerian defense. Instead of rushing to retaliate, they neutralized the emotional high of the underdog just by keeping the ball. They forced Algeria to chase the game and exhaust themselves right out of the gate.
Okay, let's look at Section 2, first half breakthrough and second half dominance.
So the knockout blows here landed with increasing intensity. And I gotta say, this wasn't some lucky barrage. It was a completely methodical dismantling. Let's look at the timeline. In the 17th minute, boom, we get the breakthrough. Messi receives this precise, line-breaking pass, takes one single touch to set himself, and calmly fires it past goalkeeper Lucas Zidane. Then skipping ahead to the second half, Argentina comes out with even more intensity. Right at the 60th minute mark, we see this trademark flowing team move. You know those classic Argentina sequences, like 5 or 6 rapid, one-touch passes that just completely scramble the backline? That's exactly what happened here, perfectly isolating Messi for a signature composed finish to double the lead. And then finally, in the 76th minute, he delivers a superb finish that essentially slammed the door shut on any hopes of a late Algerian comeback.
Which brings us to Section 3, match summary and performers.
Now, while Lionel Messi undeniably took home player of the match honors, hat trick and a historic milestone, how could he not? You simply cannot have that explosive attacking output without the tactical input of Enzo Fernandez. Listen, Fernandez's absolute control over the midfield tempo gave Messi the perfect, stable platform for his relentless brilliance. Fernandez was literally the metronome out there. He was completing passes at the staggering rate, constantly shifting the angle of attack so that the Algerian midfielders were always running side to side, just totally wearing them down. By owning the center of the pitch, he made sure Algeria was constantly chasing shadows. And what does that do? It beautifully saves Messi's legs for those devastating, clinical finishes in the final third.
But hey, we also can't overlook the other side of the pitch, right? Because when you're up 2-0, the opposing team is naturally going to throw absolutely everything but the kitchen sink at you. And Algeria tried to do exactly that. They went to their bench, brought on fresh, highly capable attackers like Riyad Mahrez to try and break the lines. Yet, Argentina's defense, incredibly disciplined. They rarely look troubled at all. They just easily absorb the physical pressure and successfully neutralize those fresh legs. Securing a flawless clean sheet against a desperate team, yeah, that's what truly makes them a terrifying squad to face in a knockout tournament setting.
All right, here we are at Section 4, making World Cup history.
I really want to slow our pacing down right here for a second. 16. Seriously, just let that number sink in, because it represents the monumental, historic climax of this match, and honestly, of an entire era of the sport. With his third goal of the night in Kansas City, a 38-year-old Lionel Messi officially tied the legendary German striker Miroslav Klose for the all-time FIFA World Cup goal-scoring record with 16 total goals.
Now, closies set that mark over a decade ago, and a lot of people thought it would stand for generations. But no, now Messi sits at the absolute pinnacle of the greatest sporting event on the planet. And guys, this isn't just a statistic. It's a testament to nearly 2 decades of sustained, unimaginable excellence on the world's most unforgiving stage. He is cementing a legacy that continues to completely defy logic, and honestly the standard aging curve of any professional athlete.
The global reaction really grounds us in exactly what the takeaway is here. As fans on TikTok put it so perfectly, Messi truly rolls back the years. The hashtags accompanying the match, like GOAT and Road to the Final, they show a global audience that isn't just watching a football match. They're witnessing living history. They are watching a team that is not just defending a title, but making a profound, undeniable statement of intent to the rest of the world that the crown, yeah, it still runs right through Buenos Aires.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final thought to chew on. Considering the sheer tactical dominance and the record-breaking individual brilliance we just witnessed in Kansas City, if a 38-year-old can still equal the all-time scoring record, what limits actually remain in the beautiful game? Is there any ceiling left for the true greats of the sport? Or do players like Messi fundamentally rewrite the rules of what is even possible? It's definitely something to keep at the front of your mind as Argentina continues their march to the 2026 World Cup.